Finally, it has happened. The Tesla Optimus robot has officially received a new upgrade. One of the most important upgrades Elon has emphasized many times, its hands. You may not know this, but the hands of the Tesla bot are considered by experts to be the best in the industry. Just slightly inferior to human hands, just a little. This means that a total out of 50 tasks we can perform with our hands, Tesla bot can do about 35 to 40 of them. My goodness, that is truly unbelievable that we can finally buy it for $20,000. Learn more about Optimus's hands and its capabilities right now. Let's talk about the design first. As we can all see, the next-gen robot hand has nearly reached peak refinement in terms of design. You can compare this directly in the video. On the left is the new generation hand, while the right still features the older version. The older version still exposes some cables and actuators, whereas we were absolutely amazed to see that the new hand is almost completely enclosed. What we mean is that nothing is exposed anymore. Even the fingers no longer reveal joints as clearly as they do on the right-hand side. It's about design. Looking at the new hand, we immediately thought about Optimus potentially washing dishes or even doing laundry. Its new hands seem far more water resistant compared to the old ones. They almost look like they've been covered by gloves, which might be the answer for customers who once doubted whether or not Optimus could handle tasks involving water. Moving on to the technical aspects and functionality of the new hand, we've read and heard Elon's claims about it being able to thread a needle, play the piano, or even perform more complex tasks. Sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it? However, after carefully observing the new hand's capabilities in the demo video, we now understand why Elon's so confident. Specifically, as you can see, the Tesla bot demonstrates its ability to catch a tennis ball with its new hand. It catches the ball with remarkable precision and maintains a firm grip once it's in the hand. Milan Kovac, the lead engineer of the Tesla Optimus project, shared a detailed explanation about the robot's new hand on X. Clearly, these are the most genuine insights about the bot's new hands. He admitted that Optimus was still being remotely controlled in Tesla's labs when playing basketball, but you gotta understand, he mentioned it was in real time. My goodness. Teleoperated almost seems harder than having the bot actually do it. Crazy that the teleportation system can have this kind of responsiveness to be able to do this. Typically, robots controlled remotely experience signal delays. What we mean is there's usually more latency. However, as we've seen, Optimus reacts incredibly quickly with minimal lag, and that's the standout feature here. In this new hand design, Milan confirmed that all the actuators are concentrated in the forearm, mimicking human tendons. The advantage of this design is that it makes the hand lighter and more flexible in operation. According to us, this is not just a new hand, but Optimus can track randomly moving targets and demonstrate the dexterity to grab them, an impressive development compared to just a couple months back. In this update, we believe Tesla wants to emphasize the dexterity of the hand as it positions Optimus as a versatile humanoid assistant capable of performing nearly any task that a human can do. As Elon has said,
so it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do.
All right, we don't deny that the Optimus robot really stole the show at Tesla's Robotaxi launch event. Now, in theory, the We Robot event was supposed to be all about the Robotaxi, as it was the main focus of the event. However, when Elon brought out a group of humanoid robots in front of the crowd, that's when we realized the true stars of the show were those robots. None of us could have imagined that Tesla would be generous enough to bring around 50 robots and 2 brand new fully autonomous cars to the event, giving us all a chance to experience it firsthand. Yes, they were incredibly impressive beyond anyone's expectations. Although Tesla only brought out around 50 robots, the company may have already bought hundreds. Musk confirmed that integrating technology already developed for Tesla's EVs into Optimus has allowed the company to move faster than usual, meaning Tesla didn't have to build Optimus from scratch, but rather leveraged existing technology to quickly ramp up towards the goal of making thousands of units by next year. According to Elon Musk, advanced technologies like battery systems, motors, power electronics, and AI from Tesla's vehicles can also be applied to the humanoid robots.
So everything we've developed for our cars, the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software, the AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot.
Elon stated that even the Cybercab's robotaxi and robo-van can be considered robots, but they're just robots on wheels. Creating an Optimus robot with arms and legs enables it to perform tasks in spaces designed for humans, like climbing stairs, using tools, and interacting with objects. Since launched, we only saw Optimus doing simple tasks like folding shirts, holding eggs, or sorting 4680 batteries off the assembly line. These tasks were a bit too basic for user expectations. Most people want it to do much more, and more importantly, they want to see the practical utility and features of Tesla's robot in real-world scenarios rather than just through Tesla's update videos. So, the recent We Robot event marked the first time people could touch, interact with, and witness Optimus outside a controlled setting. Before, Tesla had brought its robot to an exhibition in China, but unfortunately it was just the prototype displayed behind glass. Now, you may have noticed, but bringing a robot that's still in the research and development phase out to the real world is actually kind of a risky move for Tesla, even if the event was mostly attended by investors, guests, and us Tesla fans. Introducing the Optimus Gen 2 robots, which are not yet fully refined, could lead to less than ideal experiences for customers. Tesla also has consistently warned about technology copying, meaning that competitors could get a close look at Optimus's technology. So we think that the manufacturer took a pretty big risk by showing off Optimus, but it would have been a big oversight to exclude these humanoid robots from the We Robot event. Although there's still a lot of work to do, it's surprising to see more complex tasks that these robots can handle. We're not exaggerating to say that scenes like this belong in sci-fi movies about robots. Terminator 2, anyone? Now, one robot can open the trunk of a car and bring your groceries to the kitchen. It can also clean the kitchen, receive packages from the Amazon ferry, check them, bring them inside, or even pour water for guests whenever you have company over. This means that a lot of household tasks can be handled by these robots, even when you're gone for a long time. When you come back home, everything's still neat and tidy, your pets are taken care of, and the grass on the lawn is cut. Oh my goodness, just like Elon always says, the future looks like the future. Musk never hesitated to say that the reservation list for Optimus is gonna be huge, especially since 8 billion people across the world want their own Tesla bot, as he mentioned at the event.
Because I think everyone of the 8 billion people of Earth, I think everyone's gonna want their Optimus buddy. And there's gonna be maybe 2.
We don't want to sound overly confident or keep repeating that Tesla's truly developing the best robot compared to the competition, but that's a reality that no one can deny. These past few months, a surprising number of robotic companies have popped up in China and North America. Some companies, like Unitree Robotics, are even bold enough to sell a robot, the Unitree G1, for $16,000, complete with some pretty impressive specs. But so far, it's just a promo video. On the other hand, Boston Dynamics, which has been ahead of Tesla for decades now and famous for their Atlas robot, never actually released it to the real world. They decided to scrap it and develop a next-gen and more efficient robots. Tesla, a company that specializes in electric vehicle production, managed to create 3 different generations of robots in less than 3 years and has even been able to get a large number of these robots in customers' hands for them to try out. That's a pretty significant difference, even without considering the technology. If Tesla had already been a pioneer in EVs, then by 2025, robots will become the company's next big focus. Tesla Optimus, a humanoid robot, is designed to help humans tackle repetitive, mundane, and hazardous tasks while also addressing labor shortages. The concept of a robot takeover might make some people uneasy, but Elon has assured the public that Tesla will not follow the path of Terminator. Instead, he's confident that Optimus will be the safest homemaker in the world, capable of doing over 1,000 tasks at first, a number that'll increase with each upgrade. Eventually, it could perform almost every task we can imagine. Let's dive deeper into what these robots can do and how they can accomplish their tasks. Okay, so we believe that most of us haven't yet wrapped our heads around the idea of asking a robot to help with a specific task. That feels pretty far-fetched, doesn't it? When it comes to robots already on the market, most of them kind of look clumsy, slow to the point of being useless. To be honest, the majority of people think of robots as little more than piles of scrap metal, let alone something worth tens of thousands of dollars. But if you've been paying attention, you'll notice that robots have gained an unusual amount of interest over the last 2 years. From China to North America, more and more robotics companies have been emerging. In North America, Boston Dynamics is considered to be the king of the robotics world. They developed creations like Spot Dog, Stretch Robot, and Atlas Robot. However, here's a reality check. None of Boston Dynamics' robots have been mass-produced. They've been stuck in this stage for nearly a decade. This has convinced many people that humanoid robots should remain as prototypes confined to factory floors. If it were us years ago, we would have thought the same, until Optimus Robot Gen 2 got launched at the end of last year. We had a different view, and from then until the end of this year, we're in December, exactly 1 year since the Gen 2 launch, and we dare to bet with you that this robot is going to be especially popular in the next 2 to 3 years. You'll be completely normal when you see a robot getting parcels, folding clothes, packing stuff at the mall, a robot serving at places like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Starbucks, or other jobs, specifically more than 1,000 different tasks. Elon's repeatedly asserted that Optimus will walk among the humans. We will see it everywhere because eventually every family will have at least one Optimus, even more than one. Recently, Musk continued to emphasize that Optimus will be like having your own C-3PO or R2-D2. Maybe you don't know, in the movie Star Wars, C-3PO was created by Anakin Skywalker when he was a kid to help his mom with the housework. And this is also Elon's purpose in creating Optimus. Compared to a C-3PO in the movie, Optimus is a bit more powerful because simply the tasks it performs can bring in massive income if the user does it right. Let's start here with the simplest tasks. Elon has repeatedly mentioned the thousands of tasks that Tesla's robot can perform, currently surpassing 1,000 tasks. With each future update, it could hit 5,000, even 10,000 different things it can do. For instance, at first it might only be able to cook 10 different dishes. With each update, it could add 50 more dishes to its repertoire, and eventually it might even be able to cook anything as long as you provide it with the right ingredients.
So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do.
In the past, the idea of having a robot in your home to take care of a variety of things you couldn't or didn't want to do never really caught our attention. Why? The answer is quite simple. No one thought a robot with slow, clunky movement could be of any real use to humans. More precisely, the idea of a robot living in a home and assisting the owner was a scenario that seemed like something out of a sci-fi movie. Think 3PO or R2-D2 from Star Wars. But few have imagined that these characters would serve as the inspiration for Elon's Tesla bot, as he said.
So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO.
When we observed both the update videos and the close-up footage of Optimus from attendees at the We Robot event last month, we can confidently say that Optimus is the robot straight out of the movies you've seen. It's come to life with the dedication of Elon and the Tesla engineering team. Each day, Optimus gets new updates, and by the time Gen 3, the final version, gets released, it'll achieve an incredibly high level of sophistication, inside and out. With Optimus Gen 2, it can already do things like receive packages, get items out of the trunk, fold laundry, water plants, handle smooth objects like eggs or batteries, and even use the computer. It can also jump, squat, navigate through offices, and go upstairs with astonishingly natural movement. However, these are still just the basic tasks for a humanoid robot. To be market-ready, the capabilities will need to expand far beyond what it can do now. Imagine Optimus that can cook, clean every area of the house, take care of the pets, mow the lawn, and assist the elderly and the children. As Elon has said,
so it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do.
But the question is, when will the Tesla bot actually be able to perform these tasks? Our answer is not long from now. Everything will likely happen year after next in 2026, as Elon himself confirmed this timeline.
Like in 2026, it's really the kind of thing where you could tell it to do kind of a wide range of tasks, including tasks where it has not specifically done that exact thing before.
Entirely reasonable, too, as it aligns with Tesla's timeline for its humanoid robot. This year, Tesla primarily focused on improving and upgrading Optimus, producing a limited number for events and testing. Gen 3 prototype is set to be unveiled in December. Next year, Tesla plans to roll out Optimus in parallel. The company will deploy these robots internally in its factories, with Elon stating that they plan to introduce 1,000 robots or more into Tesla's production lines. Right now, we've already seen Optimus handle tasks like arranging 4680 batteries into trays, each weighing 11 kilos. Optimus easily carries these trays, serving as proof of its ability to handle some significant weight. In the future, Optimus may take on even more tasks on the vehicle production lines. We're excited to see Tesla roll out the latest updates to the bot next year when they make 1,000 Optimuses and implement them across their operations. Finally, in 2026, Tesla plans to sell the robots to customers, with a rental program also in place. By that time, the number of things Optimus can perform will reach its highest and most advanced capabilities. We believe that if you buy an Optimus for 30 Gs, you'll quickly recoup that investment if you use it for business purposes. Imagine putting Optimus in a clothing store where it could fold and pack thousands of shirts every day for customers. No need to hire staff anymore. Farms wouldn't need to install complex irrigation systems or hire people to tend the crops if these robots were involved. Or even crazier, it could clean the house, care for the kids, or collect eggs and make sandwiches for the family's breakfast every day without the need for a housekeeper. Because of these possibilities, whether it's as a housekeeper, factory worker, office assistant, sales rep, security guard, chef, even a teacher, it's clear that Optimus is on par with us humans, and sometimes we've got to admit that the AI and the software might even be smarter than we are. As Elon claimed, Tesla is home to the best AI tech in the real world, meaning the company's got a robot brain leading the industry. We know the original Optimus was confirmed to have a 2.3 kilowatt battery for Gen 1. Tesla has not given us the size of Gen 2's battery, but it confirms that Optimus uses the 4680, and that's Tesla's best battery technology to date. For example, if Optimus Gen 2 has a 4680 battery with 2.5 kilowatt hours, it could go at least 10 hours before needing a recharge. The robot's battery is different from those used in EVs. It'll consume less energy because the robot primarily does things while standing still, with only a few tasks requiring continuous movement. We think that if Optimus were to move around frequently and carry loads, its battery life would deplete much quicker. However, a recent update showed how Optimus is recharged, and this is something that really surprised us. Before, we all assumed that charging Optimus would be similar to charging an EV, taking it to a charging station and plugging in a charging cable. However, the reality is quite different. Optimus can recharge itself without the need for the user to plug in a cable, meaning the charging process is fully automated just like Cybertruck. Over the past time, besides the praise and excitement of everyone with the new updates that Tesla Optimus received, especially with its new generation of hands that suggested a new version would come in the first quarter of 2025. However, there was still great controversy and ridicule when Tesla Bot was continuously discovered to be remotely controlled in the past, which made most people doubt its ability to automatically perform its tasks after reaching customers. Of course, no one wants to spend tens of thousands of dollars to buy a robot that operates under remote control. That's not really useful. In the face of many discussions, Elon spoke up about why Optimus needs remote control at this stage. In our opinion, this is necessary. Discover the reason now. In 2019, when Elon first mentioned Cybercab at the Autonomy Day event, a car that does not need a driver, no steering wheel, no pedals, it will drive completely on the street. At that time, no one believed Elon's words were true. Even 4 years later, in 2023, people still made fun of it when there was no sign or a sharing from Elon about this car. And finally, it was launched in October of this year, just as Elon said it would. But Tesla really spent too much time on it, not to mention that it will actually be officially operational in 2026. Just like Tesla's self-driving car development process, for the Optimus robot to operate fully autonomously, it's going to need a lot of time and training efforts. But at the current pace of progress, as you can see in the fourth quarter's update, Optimus is constantly getting improvements or upgrades. Compared to EVs, we clearly see the recent priority that Tesla's given to Optimus. Even Kim Kardashian promoting Optimus is also a plan for this robot. In fact, the remote control of Optimus started to become more popular after the We Robot event wrapped up in October. Discussions about Tesla employees interfering with the robot's autonomy have been widely discussed. Specifically, people discovered that Optimus's actions, responses, voice, language, all these operations are teleoperated. As far as we know, the reason Optimus was teleoperated at the We Robot event was because Elon had given employees 3 weeks' notice that he wanted to include the robot at the Cybercab event. And then the sudden announcement, combined with the tight timeline, left little time for employees to get up to speed on the software, meaning it had to be operated remotely. The remote control was also to optimize the experience for attendees. As for the video demo of the new arm being trained via remote control, it's simply a necessity in the factory as part of Optimus's research process. As Milan Kovac notes on X, "This little video was made last night in the lab, teleoperated, and is real-time. Gives us confidence that we'll very soon be making all new bots with those on." Finally, Elon notes that the humanoid robot could be catching a ball on its own sometime next year. From our point of view, on the bright side, temporary remote control is an interesting application for humanoid robots. Teleoperated would allow humans to remotely control the Optimus robot in dangerous situations. For example, in a fire rescue, we might suffocate, but Optimus would not. Ultimately, this remote control acknowledgement is a notable departure from Tesla's past actions, as similar events have left the autonomous capabilities ambiguous in the past. The remote control demo is still part of the development process, with Tesla actively working to achieve full autonomy in future iterations. So, just like electric cars a decade ago, none of us would have guessed how popular they'd become today or what countries would actually encourage their use. And yeah, Tesla's still the world's biggest EV manufacturer. Recently, the Robotaxi launch event left a big impression, proving that Tesla has some of the best self-driving technology in the world. Now, of course, Tesla could easily retain its position for many years if they just focused on making the EVs. There's plenty of vehicles expected to be game changers, like the affordable car that Tesla planning to release soon right alongside the Robotaxi. But sitting still is not Elon's style. He really wants Tesla to become one of the world's biggest tech companies, known for more than just EVs. And Optimus is the second revolution that Elon has his sights set on. Truth be told, very few people are interested in buying a robot and trusting it to do household chores. There's just too many doubts about these machines, and Tesla's Optimus is no exception. What Tesla's showcase so far has been pretty underwhelming and has not yet been enough to convince customers that it can handle all the stuff that they need. So far, in the intro videos about the robot's updates, Tesla's shown that it can fold clothes, organize blocks, handle eggs, and move battery cells off the production line. Yeah, so we think all that is quite impressive, but getting customers excited and convinced about the tasks it can perform is another story, and that's why folks are still underestimating the Optimus. When it comes to Optimus Robot, Tesla only started researching it in 2021 and rolled out the first prototype at the end of 2022. Less than a year later, Tesla upgraded to Gen 1, and by the end of last year, they introduced Gen 2. According to what Elon said on X, the new Optimus design, which will be complete later this year, is something special, which suggests that a Gen 3 version might be unveiled by the end of this year. However, with the current Gen 2 version, Elon has talked a lot about Optimus's capabilities. It can play piano, cook, mow the lawn, care for old folks, and do a lot of other useful stuff. But what people really need is a real demo video instead of just words and no proof. Of course, we don't deny Optimus's potential and the tasks it can perform, but it seems a bit too early for Elon to be making these bold claims. For example, when customers consider buying the Model Y, we're sure they're going to watch hundreds, if not thousands, of videos about the SUV. They're going to want to know about the design, the range, the charging time, the inside, and how durable the vehicle is. They might even check out comparison videos about the Model Y stacking up against other cars and look for driving experiences shared by other reviewers. There's so much to consider before making a buying decision like that, so until now, customers still don't have a clear picture of Tesla's humanoid robot. So we want to know, what could make Optimus convince customers to say, "Hey, I need to buy this"? Clearly, we don't think that has happened quite yet. Creating a robot that can do a variety of tasks just like a human is pretty complex and an artificial intelligence challenge. It's not as straightforward as making an automated car, because these robots are going to rely on manual production and need hands-on training before they can watch videos and learn from. Now, Elon might be helping customers envision the role of the Optimus robot, but right now, providing compelling evidence through tests or real-world videos of what Optimus do is absolutely essential. Just take a look at Boston Dynamics. They showed Atlas robot doing backflips, carrying luggage, and performing very other impressive feats. Although Optimus has improved its speed by 30% in Gen 2, it's still not fast enough to make a real impression. In fact, people keep comparing it to President Biden for slowness. Okay, so the hands of Optimus, they got 22 degrees of freedom, that's close to 27 like a human hands, are praised as the most advanced robotic hands out there. However, this doesn't mean much if we haven't seen Optimus perform things that consumers actually care about. Things like lifting heavy objects, moving goods with agility. Throughout all the intro videos for Optimus, Tesla's bot primarily does tasks while standing still, so the manufacturer needs to show us it can do a lot more than that.